What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the pre-match build-up for Manchester United versus Chelsea. The team lineups are out, and there's some very interesting decisions that have been made by Erik ten Hag in the midfield and in the attack. First one springing straight to mind, Marcus Rashford has been dropped. Some might say, finally. Some might say, oh, we should have played this game. Some people might disagree, or some people are definitely going to disagree, should I say. But Marcus Rashford has been dropped. I'm going to tell you the lineup now. For the people who are on TikTok Live, you will see the team behind me. You can't see the full team. You can see most of it, but I'm going to go through it, or we're going to go through it together. So starting in net, you have Andre Onana. I'll move out the way just for the people of TikTok so you can see the back line. You've got Diego Dalot right back. Harry Maguire, player of the month, by the way. The rumours are that he's just won it or he's about to win it. Alongside Victor Lindelof in left centre back, you've got Luke Shaw back in his, I don't know if it's his preferred position, but the one he's more comfortable with, of course. Then in the midfield again is where it's a little bit concerning for me. Kobe Minu doesn't start. McTominay and Amrabat in the double pivot. Well, I say double pivot. It's definitely not. It's basically Amrabat holding the whole midfield on his own and Bruno and McTominay running off like madmen, sorry. Of course, Bruno's in the team, El Capitino, alongside him. And then the front three, potentially the first time. I mean, people will probably say I'm wrong here, but I don't know. Actually, did he start against? I think he started against Galatasaray. Did Højlund, Antony, and Garnacho start against Galatasaray? Well, they haven't played together a lot anyway. Let's face it. I mean, Garnacho has been in decent form. I mean, the Newcastle game didn't cover himself in glory, but I thought Antony was good against Galatasaray. Garnacho's come up with some incredible goals, and obviously Højlund's a bit. He's been recovering from an injury, but he's done relatively well in Europe. You need for him to start stamping his authority in the Premier League now. So that is the lineup. Are we feeling any more positive, or are we feeling more negative now we've seen that lineup? Like, what were your predictions before the game, and what are your predictions now you've seen that lineup? Talk to me. Get in the comments. Let's interact. Let's have a conversation. More and more people joining YouTube. Make sure you leave a like on the video for us and subscribe to the channel. Byron Smith asking, are United on Sky? No, they're on Prime Video tonight. Amazon Prime Video. So if you have Prime, they're on Prime. And that is where they are playing. Chelsea's team, you've got Sanchez in net, Cucurella, of course, who we tried to sign on loan, Disasi, Thiago Silva, Levi Colwill, Sterling, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Mudryk, Palmer, and Jackson. And if they decide to turn it on, they have been very flippant, but that is an exciting front line when they start clicking, even the midfield. I mean, look, if you would have said last year, you know, Chelsea will have a midfield of Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, you would be like, that's very interesting. On paper, that's a fantastic midfield. Caicedo hasn't quite clicked just yet. He's been okay for him. Enzo's been better, I would say, in my personal opinion, given, you know, I don't watch Chelsea week in, week out, so maybe a Chelsea fan could tell me different. But that is a very promising midfield, a very young and a very promising midfield that they've got there. Raheem Sterling, for whatever reason, I mean, he's been good in the Premier League this season, and this may be my final last words, but against Man United, Raheem Sterling never does anything. So I'm not worried about Raheem Sterling. Nicholas Jackson, I mean, he's busy bloody messaging that Astrid Wet in it, doing what he's doing. He's preoccupied, let's just say, to say the least. So I'm not worried about him. And then Mudryk is one of them as well, where it's like Mudryk against Dalot. I don't know. I would have played Wan-Bissaka. I don't know if he's injured or if he's ill, but you look at the pace of Mudryk. That's the one I'm going to say. I might surprise people here, but that's the one I'm going to say is going to cause problems tonight. I think Mudryk will turn up tonight. Don't ask me why. I don't have a logistical reason for it, but I just think, yeah, I think Diego Dalot might have a tough night tonight. So keep an eye out for that. Our midfield again as well. I spoke about the two midfielders there. In Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, we've got McTominay, Amrabat, and Bruno. Does that fill you with confidence again? I don't know how I feel about the lineup, to be honest with you. I like the front three. I thought Lindelof in the last game he played was shit. It was really, really bad. Maguire's been fantastic. Luke Shaw's been fantastic. Dallow's been suspect certain times. Onana, again, shaky, but hasn't been shaky in the Premier League. So, I don't know. There's a lot of question marks. I think if Erik ten Hag is to back up what he was saying in his press conference, because he was talking a lot about, you know, we played really well against Everton. We played really well against Galatasaray. But obviously the Newcastle performance was a bit of a letdown. We played 3 games in 6 days or whatever it was. And I was sat there thinking, right, Everton, I'm not sure if you can really call that a really good performance, because Everton had a shitload of chances and they wouldn't usually create that amount of chances against the City, let's say, for example, or an Arsenal. But they could have, if they had the shooting boots on, we could have easily drew that game. Galatasaray was stupid and naive from a tactical perspective, because as a coach, you look at McTominay doing what he's doing in midfield, and you're like, just rein him in. Can we just control this now? We're 3-1 up at Galatasaray. Let's just fucking control this and let's go win the game and, advance in the group. And it just open, end to end. Stupid. So I don't think that was a great performance. You can't go to Galatasaray, go 3-1 up and then draw the game 3-3 and call it a great performance. I'm sorry. I like Erik ten Hag, but I completely disagree with that. I don't think we've been amazing at all. And then the last game, Newcastle, was one of the worst performances I've seen all season. The only positive that came out of that was the fact that it was 1-0. That was it. It could have been 3-4, 5-0. Again, we let off the hook. And I know Newcastle is a difficult place to go, but you cannot, despite what you've seen in performances, what kind of goals we've scored, when we play Chelsea tonight, you play like you did again against Newcastle, or even in the Galatasaray game, you get beat, in my opinion. You will get beat tonight. So I'm just hoping that, I think Anti's looked okay the past couple of games. He certainly offers more than Rashford, because Rashford has been woeful. So everyone was asking, most of the fan base, and you guys included who are watching right now, was asking for Marcus Rashford to be dropped. He's dropped him. He's finally dropped him. Will he come on in the second half? Probably, yeah. But he's been dropped. So, take that for what you will. I'm sure Marcus isn't happy. I'm sure he'll have something to say about it, but ten Hag's the manager. Let me just turn this light down a little bit, because I'm a little bit bright there. So we need that lighting. Right side looked like it was on fire. I reckon we cash in on Varane, Casemiro, and Rashford quick and get some proper youngsters in. I mean, I don't think we're going to do anything in January. I think ten Hag literally said that in the interview with Andy Mitten today, that he's not expecting much activity. I mean, maybe there'll be a few outgoings like Jadon Sancho and Donny van de Beek, but I wouldn't expect anything mega in January. I'd expect more of a summer kind of overhaul in that regard. Andy Bean, big up the legend, saying Højlund to get his first league goal tonight. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Well, of course, none of us would. But yeah, I can see it. It's been a long time coming on it, let's be honest. That pressure and the narratives on TalkSport and all these kind of media platforms will start to grow and develop. And I'm sure they've got their eye on it already, ready to say, when it gets to 10 games or whatever it's been in the Premier League, where Højlund hasn't scored, and they'll get to a certain point and they'll go, that Rasmus, 70 million quid, and someone like Danny Murphy or Gabby Ogbongle will be sat there going, I'm not sure what he does. So don't worry, that video will end up coming. That, yeah, you know what I mean by that. Anyway, let's go to the comment section. Tim99, Real Red Ultra member. If you want to become a member, click the link in the description for exclusive content during the month, usually weekly. I mean, it's been mad busy this week, so not had a chance to get a video out, but we haven't forgot. We're going to put one out. Don't worry about that. United Tactical Talk is in the chat saying, I'm happy Rashford is on the bench, but I'm disappointed that Mainu is on the bench and McTominay is starting. Kobe Mainu should be starting. I agree. I accept the fact of managing minutes, etc., but he could have played this game. It's at Old Trafford. I believe he could have played, but the manager's gone for McTominay again. Lumen said, should I be more happier that Rashford isn't starting, or sad that Mainu is? I think I'm more happy that Rashford's been dropped. Yeah, my preference. So, move your mush so I can see the lineup. There you go. There's the lineup. I'm just letting people know on TikTok. You can see it there. United versus Chelsea. There's your full 11. Yeah, that one's for you. Right, where was we at? Brian Casey in the chat. Hello, Brian. Not seen you for a bit. I hope you're well. Always saying I hope you're well as well. There you go. Great minds think alike. Disappointed Mainu isn't starting. I think this is the perfect game for him. Dino Lewis is saying, just got home now and seeing the team. I'm hitting the strapper man and the weed. I think it says weed. I can't see because there's a love art in the way. But it sounds very nice, Dino. I hope you enjoy. You're probably going to need it after the game, to be honest. We will be live for the post-match review, as always, guys. So please do come and join us and get your opinions in. We love to interact with you lot. So make sure you join us if it's not too late, because I think, obviously, kickoff is 8:15, right? So the game's probably going to be finishing around 10:30. I think when we might be live. So it's definitely going to be a late one, but I'm hoping it'll be worth it. I'm hoping we put a performance in tonight. You're at home. You're in front of the fans. We've had a shaky few weeks. The one thing you need tonight is a solid, confident display. Will we get that? Let's do a general consensus right now. Will we get that tonight? What's everyone saying score prediction wise or performance wise? I put in the poll before I went live. Are we expecting a better performance tonight? 88% said yes. So 88% are positive we will get a better performance tonight. I mean, you can't get much worse than Newcastle, can you, in fairness? But 89% now, someone just voted, and 11% have said no. What do we think in TikTok? Dino saying 2-0. I think we lose. Oh, 3-1 United, I think, says M-Cam. Yes, we will, as 3 of those players are on the bench. Any Chelsea fans in the TikTok? Any Chelsea fans at all? Guess what? Random. I've got a cold chicken bake here. Bosh. Yeah, so I touched on the Chelsea team, didn't I? Sanchez, Cucurella, Disasi. I think Disasi who's playing right back for them? Is it Disasi played right back in the last game, didn't he? And then it was Colwell and Silva. Is that right? I mean, Chelsea fans talk to me. I don't know. I don't know who plays right back for him. I'm trying to figure out who's going to be coming up against who here on the pitch. I'm guessing it's Disasi at right back, Silva, Colwell, Cucurella at left back, Sterling, Fernandes, Casado, Mudryk, Palmer, and Jackson. I mean, Cole Palmer looks like a very good player. Cucurella will be at right back. Okay. All right. Okay. Interesting. So you've got Garnacho against Cucurella. I think he could get at him there. And then you've got, so Colwell's a decent defender, though. I rate him. People are now saying Cucurella at left back. Who's playing right back? Someone tell me, for the love of God. But I feel not confident. I definitely don't feel confident. I don't know why I'm saying that. We cooked you last time, Jackson. Astrid wet. How do we see you playing out tactically? What do we think? Is it going to be a case of, I don't watch Chelsea week in, week out, so I don't know if they tend to dominate possession. I know we don't. I know we tend to hit in moments, but again, it is at Old Trafford. So are you expecting a 50-50? Do you think it's going to be a counter-attacking game? Do you think, again, we'll just hit them in moments? I don't know what to expect. I'm hoping you make some adjustments to that midfield. I got asked about this by Laurie Whitwell in the press conference, and I thought it was interesting. He asked him about the man-marking system, and why it's not working. He said, well, we don't want to play a man-marking system. We do zonal marking. But because the way the players were taking on the instructions, it looked like man-marking. And then there was kind of a few other developments on the tactical side, and he was speaking about individuals and stuff. But obviously, clear that it's either the players aren't taking on the instructions right and not applying themselves, or the coaches, the way they're explaining it, or what they want them to do, or the methods isn't working as well. Because what we're seeing on the pitch isn't a good performance for a hot minute. I can't remember the last genuine top performance we had, especially against a team like a Chelsea or an Arsenal or a Tottenham. I mean, the last time we beat a team away, I know this is at home tonight, but the last time we beat a team away was Spurs, wasn't it? When we beat them 3-0 under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And that was a long time ago. The usual games against Chelsea are shit. I know we beat them 4-1 last season at Old Trafford. And then we had that game at Stamford Bridge as well, where Casemiro, late winner, God, I miss him. I know everyone was saying he's shit. He's not shit. The system made him stretched. Look at anyone who they put in that 6. Even Amrabat, I'm not saying Amrabat's amazing, but the left wide open. I felt sorry for Kobe Mainoo as well. In that game, in the Newcastle game, was it? So, yeah, look, I think judging off the performances and all the past games that I've seen between Manchester United and Chelsea, it's always a boring game, usually. The 1-1 at Stamford Bridge, you had the 1-0 game, which I was at the season before, I think, where Ronaldo scored. It was either Sancho or Casemiro who chipped him in for the volley. And then seasons before that, 1-1, 1-1. It's never a great game. There's never a lot of goals. Can that narrative turn tonight? Of course, 100%. Do I think it will? I don't know. I just think it's got Chelsea 1-0 written all over it. I really, really have. And I hate to be negative because this is a United fan channel and you want to get behind the players and you want to get behind the manager. But there's only so many times a man can do that before you start seeing yourself fucking loopy. So, yeah, I want us to win, of course, always 5-0, 6-0, 7-0 to blast them. But it's just not realistic given the form at the minute. It's really, really not. Oh, yeah, there's other games on at the minute, isn't there? Harvey saying right decision, dropping Rashford. Yeah, I agree. Ian is saying United getting destroyed tonight. I don't think we'll get destroyed. I think we'll get beat, but I don't think we'll get destroyed. I hope we won't get destroyed. I mean, Chelsea have been a mixed bag. Chelsea have really been a mixed bag this season. They've beat Brighton in the most recent game, but then Brighton have been a bit flip-floppy, but they beat Brighton with 10 men. They drew with City 4-4. But then they've lost to Brentford. They've lost to Nottingham Forest, I think. And they've lost to a few others. So they are quite literally Forrest Gump, the analogy of Forrest Gump. You never know what you're going to get from him. They could turn up tonight, be dog shit. We beat them comfortably, and a lot of people wouldn't be surprised. And equally, they could turn up tonight, beat us 3-1, and again, people wouldn't be surprised. So it's really hard. When we was doing the prediction for this game, when we was talking about it, we was like, I don't really know. Like, most people think, we probably lose, but does anyone really know? We are above them in the table, aren't we? So there's an interesting question. Can anybody tell me this? If not, I'll search it up. What happens if Chelsea wins tonight? How many points will we be ahead of them, or will they even go above us? I don't think they will go above us. But in terms of league position, and what are they, like 10th, and we're 8th? This is a mid-table clash. Chelsea and United, mid-table clash. Crazy, absolutely crazy. 1 point ahead. Chelsea will go 1 point ahead if they win tonight. Jesus Christ. Can we confirm we will go lower than Chelsea? No, we'll stay ahead, but if Brighton win, we drop 2 places, I think. Who are Brighton playing? Someone just put, get rid of McTominay, Christ. Yeah, the fan base have been saying that for fucking years, man. They've been saying that for ages. No, United will be. Okay, right. But even still, that's pretty alarming, isn't it? Oh, God, man. Fucking hell. This season's just an absolute write-off already, isn't it? I already feel depressed before I watch him because I just know what we're going to get. If Chelsea win, we're 2 points ahead. There's some mix-up in the chat. People don't know their arsehole from the riddle there. I am just going to search it up myself because fucking people are just disagreeing. Sorry if I lag a little bit on the stream, guys. Let me just pull this up so I know where we are. Of course, we are ahead of them at the moment. But let's see the table. You know what? I should just have an interactive table in front of me so I can look at it. I'm going to buy one, actually. That updates itself like a software. Right, so. Okay, I've clicked on the wrong thing. Go back. Go back. Go back. Where the fuck's the table, man? There we go. Right, so. Man United are currently on. Where the fuck's the points? Oh, there. Sorry. 24 points. Chelsea are on 19 points. All right, I thought it was closer than that. Yeah, so Chelsea beat us. They go to 22. We got 2 points ahead of them. We always said that in the chat. You're spot on. Sorry about that. But there's a few disagreements. Our last 5 games, lost 1, won 3, lost 1. Chelsea's last 5 games, won 1, lost 1, drew 1, won 1, lost 1. Mixed bag. No better way to describe Chelsea at the moment. Really, really mixed bag. We can't play out from the back with Maguire. This Maguire thing is interesting, in it, because I think he's capable on the ball. I think he has a good switch of play. I feel like he can bring it out from the back and he can carry it. But one thing he can't do is take the ball off the goalkeeper under pressure. You know we can't do that. Remember Sevilla, what happened there? Do you remember the Leicester game when Iheanacho pinched it off him? We've seen it. He can't take the ball under pressure. And I think it was, what's his name? Ashley Williams on Vibe with 5, who was talking about that he saw Maguire hiding in that game where Onana couldn't play out for him. So I'm gonna keep a close eye on the build-up tonight. I'm gonna have a look at Onana, Shaw, Lindelof, Maguire, and really that's gonna be my focus on tonight's game, because a lot of people hiding from people blaming Onana for like, oh, we brought in a ball playing goalkeeper. Why can't we play out from the back? Because the fucking defenders are hiding. That's why we can't play out from the back. They don't want to receive the ball. They're not confident. I mean, the build-up against Newcastle, it'd go from Onana, to Shaw. That was it. That was it. No options. The wing backs were pressing high up, couldn't go down the flanks, not clever enough to play through the middle, and we can't bypass the press because we don't have a target man to hit. So I'm interested to see if we do switch a couple of things up tonight. You know, what the individual personnel who have come in, what they can do, what effects they can have, and if Højlund gets his goal. Someone saying Højlund is Bobbins in the chat. I mean, shut up. That's all I'll say. Anyway, what we're saying score prediction wise, I'm gonna stick with mine. I said, what did I say 2-1 Chelsea? I think in the preview. Don't want to be negative. I hate to do it. That's my realistic score prediction. But I hope we win. Shane Varane is injured again. Is he not even on the bench, Varane? Dear me. Dear me. This guy. He's not even playing and he's injured. Okay, now. Mr. Miyagi says 3-1 United. Jinx says 3-2 Chelsea. Back injury. Really? Oh, my God. Christ almighty. That guy, when it comes to injuries. The best ability is availability. Get on that. Onana, second best goalkeeper in the Prem. How? I don't know who said that. I've certainly not said that. I mean, statistically, when it comes to clean sheets, I think he's like second in there, but best goalkeeper, probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my prediction, guys, and I'm gonna go watch the game. The kickoff is at 1:15, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go watch it. We'll be live after the game for the post-match review with me, Sam, and I don't know who else is in it. Chive, I think. So make sure you come and join us for that, and let's see what carnage is upon us. Let's see what shit show we've got, whether it's going to be a shit show or whether we're going to get an actual decent performance, which would be fucking nice and about time. So let's go watch it. Hope you enjoy it. It is on Amazon Prime for anyone asking. So that's where you'll be watching it tonight, or you'll be doing the usual thing, little fire stick there. Anyway, take care. Yeah, I'll see you after the game. Enjoy. Peace. See you in a bit.